And so you were saying that you're training for, or you have been training for a 50-mile race coming up. And so tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so basically, I'll take you back. I'll give you a little backstory. So I think it was uh, maybe August of 21. A good buddy of mine, John Sullivan, he actually held the Guinness World Record for most Murphs in a 24-hour period for a while.
Okay.
He's a retired Navy veteran. Um, we get after it together a lot, and we were out on a run one day, and he was like, "Man, what do you think about trying to run 100 miles?" Like, I'd never run more than 10, 12 miles. And I was like, let's give it a shot, you know? So we were kind of doing some research, looking for some trails that we can maybe FKT, which stands for fastest known time. And we stumbled upon the Schuylkill River Trail here in southeastern Pennsylvania. And we kind of set a date, which was 3 months away, and figured, we'll just be able to bullhead our way through it. I kind of took the route of just running 10 miles a day. That's I thought, okay, if I run 10 miles a day for the next 3 months, like I should be in good enough shape to run 100 miles.
Yeah.
Um, well, we got a plan together. We started in Frackville, Pennsylvania. I believe it was November 11th, 2021. And we set out to run the 116-mile trail, the Schuylkill River Trail. I ended up making it 89 miles. He ended up
Really?
bailing at 75 miles. I guess that was my first experience with like an actual endurance event. Like it was, I think I was around 23 hours when I bailed. Um, I
Yeah.
wasn't ready for the pain, like the pain that
Yeah.
comes along with it. So like I thought in my mind like there was something wrong when really like that's just part of the sport of endurance, you know? Um,
Really?
so after that, we kind of were like, okay, tucked our tails, licked our wounds. We're like, okay, let's go back to the drawing board on this. We obviously need a little bit more training, a little more planning. So we went back to the drawing board, like I said, picked a date of April 16th, 20. I'm sorry, this was the first time we tried it was 2020,
Okay.
November 2020. We picked a date of April 16th, 2021, and we set out to do it again. I got like some generic training plan off of the internet. That was actually for a 50 miler, I think, and I was like, okay, if I kind of
Okay.
tweak this a little bit, I'll be able to figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And I trained as hard as I could. I followed that plan to a T, no matter how my body felt, no matter, how I was feeling physically or
Yeah.
mentally. I made sure to hit my numbers. About 2 weeks out from that, I started to have like an IT issue in my knee, like where as soon as I
Mm.
got out running, it would like flare up.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'll stop running for 2 weeks. I'm supposed to taper anyways. Hopefully, by the time the date comes up, I'll feel better. We got out there on April 16th. I got about 8 miles in, and my knee flared up again. But I was
Yeah.
able to kind of hobble along for another 83 miles. And yeah,
Wow.
so I ended up
I mean,
bailing.
that's an accomplishment in itself.
Oh yeah, I mean
To get through
yeah,
83 miles with a knee problem.
yeah, absolutely. I mean I didn't feel like a failure by any means. Like I know that I gave it 100% effort on this. Like I put my heart into the training, I put my heart into the planning, and I put my heart into the effort. And I literally didn't have anything left. Like the first time I went out, like I probably could have pushed the last, 20 so miles. I could have made it through. This time,
Yeah.
like I didn't have it left in me. My buddy John
Yeah.
Sullivan ended up finishing 116 miles in 26 hours.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
so after that, I kind of took a break from running. Like mentally, physically, I was kind of just banged up. Like I said, like licking wounds.
Yeah.
And I guess December 2021, I decided to do like a 60 days of Murph.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know what a Murph is, it's a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and another mile run with a 20-pound weight vest on.
Yeah.
It's in memory of Lieutenant Mike Murphy, who is a Navy SEAL, gave his life in battle over in Afghanistan. Um, and that kind of like re-sparked my interest in running again. And that's when I decided to sign up for a couple races in 2022. I did a 50K in Maryland, placed fourth there. I finished just under 4.5 hours. Um,
Nice.
I just recently did a 10 miler, the Broad Street run. Finished that in 58:53, which was an average of 5:51 miles for 10 miles. And
Nice.
yeah, we're getting ready to set out on a 50 miler.